Questions on coalition strikes in Syria, please. The U.S. strike that reportedly killed around 20 civilians in the ISIL-held city of Manbij in Syria, was it a mistake on Monday?
That's another great accusatory question you've asked here. I think Secretary Carter has already addressed this issue. Obviously, we take all reports and allegations of civilian casualties very seriously. There isn't another military on the planet who takes the due care that the United States military does when acting with precision, and when things go wrong, we investigate it and we're transparent about it. And again, I'd point you back to what the Secretary of Defense said himself, that they're taking this seriously, they'll look into it.
What exactly is being investigated? The number of deaths, or whether that
You'd have to talk to DOD, but I suspect that what he meant was that they're looking into the veracity of reports about civilian casualties. And just to be clear, one is one too many, and we take each and every single instance seriously. So it's not about the number, and don't for a minute think that we take any particular number more seriously than any other. We don't want to cause any collateral damage. We don't want to cause any harm to civilians. And when we do, unlike so many other militaries in the world, we fully investigate it and we report what we find. And then we take steps to act on the lessons learned so it doesn't happen again.
In January, when the U.S. bombed a building in Mosul with huge amounts of ISIL's cash, U.S. officials told CNN that the commanders had been willing to consider up to 50 civilian casualties from the airstrike due to the importance of the target. Is that the approach? Is the U.S. willing to tolerate certain numbers of civilian casualties for high-value ISIL targets?
I've seen the same press report. As a veteran myself of 30 years, I could tell you that one is one too many, and the United States military goes out of its way to great pains to avoid civilian casualties of any kind.
Are you saying U.S. officials could not possibly say such a thing to CNN? So is that
You're asking me to comment on anonymous sources, and I'm just simply not going to do that. I've seen the same press report of you, which is, by the way, pretty old. I can tell you from my own personal experience in uniform that no other military works as hard as ours. None. No other military in the world to prevent civilian casualties. And when they happen, again, I'll say it again because apparently it didn't sink in the first time. When it happens, we investigate it fully and completely. And then we're transparent about it. And then we take the lessons learned and we try to prevent it from happening again. There isn't anybody else who does that.
The policy is not zero tolerance for civilian casualties, is it, at this point?
I've already explained to you our policy and our approach to civilian casualties. I don't think I need to explain it any further.
Just the day after the
in
Manbij strike?
Brazil today,
Just the day after the Manbij strike?
in Brazil today,
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
10 people